Joseph, you are live on the air. Go ahead with your question, sir.
So my question is kind of twofold today. It's about the glory of God and about Him not sharing that with anybody. So in Daniel 7, when it talks about God giving the Son of Man, whoever that is, glory and a kingdom and dominion and all of that stuff, is that the same Hebrew word that's used in Isaiah? I think it's possibly 52 when he talks about He won't share His glory with no one. And then when it talks about, in another spot in Isaiah, it talks about God is exalted, right? And then another spot talks about the servant being exalted. Is that the same Hebrew word? And what is kind of the context of that? It wouldn't make sense that God's going to exalt the servant to His level, but a lot of people try to make it sound like that.
Yeah, right.
So I'm trying to get Hebrew context for that,
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, go ahead and hang up now. Anthony, for your answer. Thank you.
So at first glance, this is tricky. And it's tricky because Daniel 7, 13, and 14 are not written in Hebrew. They're written in Aramaic. As it turns out, Daniel chapter 2, verse 4, to the very end of Daniel 7, which means it includes the passages that you're quoting, it's all Aramaic. It's not Hebrew. They are related languages. I've said this many times that Aramaic and Hebrew are sister languages, but they're definitely not the same language. But their relationship is really strong. So therefore, those words. So there are words that, like the word shlita. So first of all, Daniel 7, 13, and 14 is speaking about the Messiah. It's speaking about the fifth and final kingdom. It's speaking about the kingdom that's of God rather than the kingdom of men. It's contrasting the kingdom of Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Edom with the coming of Mashiach. Okay? And when it says that one like a son of a man comes with the clouds of heaven, not on clouds like Christians say, doesn't say that, with clouds of heaven to the Ancient of Days. That's God. Okay. So it doesn't have the kind of glory that you find in Isaiah 45, but it's very high. That means he will have dominion, glory, his kingship. He will affect the whole world. I mean, in Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3 and 4, maybe the most famous messianic passages in all of TaNaCh, we are told that the Messiah himself is going to give haichacha to the nations, which means rebuke, and they're going to listen to him. He's going to be their rabbi. No, there's no miracle stuff going on there. He's going to judge among the nations, not after the sight of his eye, but the spirit that God places upon him. See Isaiah 11, verse 1, and more importantly, 2 and 3. Okay? And all the nations will serve him. Yiflachon means to serve. Okay? So he will have dominion. And so that's what's key. And it's a kingdom that this is the end of it, that unlike all the previous kingdoms, will not be destroyed. The Messianic age will never come to an end. There'll never be another. Why is that important here? So it's not like every knee will bow, and that's a little bit different. So that's not, I know what you're thinking in the back of your head, and that is you're thinking of the Carmen Christi of Philippians 2, 6 through 11. It's not that, but it's the Malchus that will have complete shlita over the world, and the whole world will know that God's one and his name is one, Zechariah chapter 14. So everyone gets it at the end of days. There's no wars in the world because everyone, all the nations will be of one accord. They will stream to Jerusalem. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah devar Hashem v'Yerushalayim. For out of Zion will go forth the law and the word of God. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah. For out of Zion will go forth the Torah, udvar Hashem, and the word of God, may Yerushalayim. That's where I am right now. That's it. It's really it. But there will be no other religions in the world. There'll be no Ukraine, Russia conflict. There'll be no civil war in so many African countries as we're speaking right now. I'm 62 miles away from the Gaza Strip. I'm 62 miles northeast of the Gaza Strip. That's where I am right now. There's a war going on. Okay, that's done. No wars in the world. Everyone will be of one accord. The wolf will lie with the lamb. Okay, so that's all that's going on here. So, and what Daniel is doing here, and it's actually Daniel's receiving this prophecy. What comes into view here in Daniel is that unlike in the past, where one nation, one kingdom is moves over to the next. I mean, the Babylonian Empire then emerges from it the Persian Empire, and from it emerges the Greek Empire, and from it emerges this Edom, this horrible empire, 10 horns and a little horn. So they're always, one is going to the next. Here it stops. And how long does it go? Forevermore. That's what comes into view. Anyways, great question, but the language is Aramaic. It's not Hebrew. Thank you.
If you enjoy this channel and the content, and it has changed your life, or perhaps the life of a loved one or a close friend, would you please consider supporting this work? You can click this link and it'll take you directly to my website with the donate button. Or there's a Patreon link and a mailing address for snail mail if you would prefer. If you do donate, please do me a favor and leave me a phone number where I can contact you and thank you properly. I hope you all have a wonderful 2025. Shalom.